to the Real Estate Scripts Podcast, the show that helps you know what to say when you're talking to buyers and sellers so that you can close more deals and earn more money. I'm Darren Tunstall, a real estate professional, coach, and #1 best-selling author. Let's get into this. Before we begin today's episode, I want to clarify some important points. I am a licensed real estate agent and my DRE number is 018534445. It's crucial to note that this podcast operates independently of my affiliation with Keller Williams Realty and any realtor associations. My primary goal with this podcast is to provide you, our listeners, with valuable information, insights, and practical tools. As a reminder, the purpose of Scripts and Dialogues is to come, learn, practice, and be prepared to fail forward. This is where we make mistakes and help each other out, but we're mostly interested in seeing how we can get better. First, we read through the script word for word, and then we go back and put it into our own natural tone, style, and phrasing. You won't know what to say until you go through the script. So, with that said, many people will say, "That's not how I sound," and I totally get it. That's not how you sound. But that is the reason why we practice every day, so that the script becomes you and in your own voice. So, read it word for word first, then go back and put it into your own natural tone, style, and phrasing, and I think it'll work out. So, today we are week 42, and what are we talking about? Cold calling / door knocking, and we're reviewing the script called Neighborly Real Estate Interaction. Refresh your screen if you don't see that. I'll set the stage. In this scenario, you are cold calling prospects with homeowners in a neighborhood. You build a connection, understand neighborhood history, and offer real estate services while collecting contact information. So it could be cold calling or it could be door knocking, like cold door knocking. Requirements are in-depth knowledge of the local market, strong interpersonal skills, privacy compliance for contact information, and a positive and friendly demeanor. The intention is to initiate a friendly conversation with a homeowner, inquire about their connection to the neighborhood, express interest in providing real estate services, and gathering contact information for future communication. All right, so we have Brandt on. Saw you just log in, Brandt.
Hello.
Hey, so we'll go ahead and get started. We'll have Debbie start us out.
Okay.
All right. Here we
Okay.
go. No
Good
worries.
morning. My name is Debbie Logan, and I'm with La Mesa's Keller Williams on the Repros team, and I'm also your neighbor. And I'm here in our beautiful neighborhood today to meet homeowners and hopefully assist you with any real estate needs you might have. I know you've been here a while because I've been here a while, but how long have you lived in your home?
Well, first off, good morning to you too. My family and I have been in this home for about 7 years now. We're coming up on 8.
Oh, okay. So probably right about the time that I moved in, actually. So, and I know you have kids because I've seen them. So it's a great neighborhood to have kids. Mine's long gone, but um, I always like to meet longtime residents like yourself. And just a few days ago, I came across some of the latest trends in our neighborhood. And I was wondering if you keep up on the value of your home and what other homes have sold for in the neighborhood.
I do not. Is there anything information-wise you could provide me?
Yes, actually, since I was door knocking in our neighborhood, I have a couple of comparative market analysis, and I'll give you one here. As you know, a significant number of Americans relocated last year due to various factors such as moving up, downsizing, transitioning from renting to owning their first home, career changes, and so forth. Curious, when was the last time you considered moving, or are you currently consider moving?
Well, my husband and I have been discussing it a little bit. Since the kids are growing up a bit, we might need to get a larger home for all of us. It's a
Oh,
tight
wow. I
bus.
I almost thought you were going to say downsizing, but yeah, oh, making it bigger. No, that's great. Well, have you gone to any of the open houses recently in our neighborhood?
Not in the neighborhood. We've ventured out in a couple mile radius, going to neighboring neighborhoods, checking out open houses since we want them to stay in the school district.
Oh, yes, that makes sense. Yes. Well, I can tell you that this year, even though, for buyers, interest rates have risen, so have home prices. So I'm sure you have, oh my gosh, a lot of equity in your home. What I'd like to do is do, a a deeper comparative market analysis so you can kind of gauge what your house would sell for. But you bought at the right time. And if you are thinking of moving up, the inventory is really low right now. And so for sellers, that's a good thing because there's not, hundreds of properties for potential buyers that want to buy in your neighborhood. Um, well, I'd like to keep you well informed, and I'd like to send you some listings, put you on my drip system. Would you prefer email to get my information or text, or I could even just drop it by you right down the street?
Yeah, I can go ahead and provide you with my email. That would be very helpful.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, and so what was your email and phone number, if you will?
It's gonna be brookphipps10@gmail.com,
Okay.
and my number will be 619-319-7998.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, and when you talk to your husband, let him know. I mean, I'd love to sit down with the two of you and, take a look at your house and really give you an in-depth, dollar amount that, what the market's going for and what your house most likely would sell for. If that's something he's interested in. But in the meantime, I will put you on the drip system in this school area. And if something comes up, you'll see it. And if you should want to check it out, we can do that. But I would really like to set up a meeting with you and your husband after you talk to him. And it's been a pleasure meeting you today. I'm going to leave a little bio on myself along with my card, and feel free to, if you hear of anyone else wanting to buy, sell, or invest, and pass my card along. And I'm sure if you know some of the neighbors, they know me. So anyway, it was great talking to you today.
Yeah, it was great speaking to you. I look forward to a future meeting with you.
Okay, well, sounds good. I'll talk to you soon.
Great, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Okay.
you are one of the nicest homeowners.
I know. So nice.
I know. I was waiting for offer me a coffee or a glass of wine or something, but
Well, well, so look, here's how it all it's going to depend on where you're at too, the location. There's just some neighborhoods too that people they want to talk all day long. And that's fantastic. Then there's other people who will be like, no, no, thank you. I don't want anything. Or they won't answer the door, and just leave me alone. Don't come here again. So there's some of those too. So I've had people do both. And, when you get somebody who wants to talk, talk to them, build a rapport, and let them get to know you because they just might be that person in the neighborhood that knows anything and everybody about the whole place, and it gives you the eyes and ears into this community that can potentially lead to some business in the future. But I do want to say that as you're doing this, we want to do it regularly and consistently. So door knocking is just like, for example, mailing out postcards. The 12 using the 12 direct method that's outlined in the MREA. You got to do it once a month, once a month, once a month so that they get to know you. And if you're not going to do that consistently over time like that, then I would say don't do it much at all because it's all about consistency and building that brand. All right. So Brooke, you ready to talk to Emily?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the script a little more just for
Oh,
the time, but
absolutely.
Fine.
do my best.
So it's there for.
All right. Knock knock.
Hello.
Good morning. My name is Brooke Phipps, and I am with Keller Williams. I am here in your lovely neighborhood today to meet new homeowners and possibly assist you in any real estate needs that you might have. How long have you been in this so-called neighborhood for?
I've been here about 10 years,
That's wonderful.
but I'm not looking to sell my house.
No? Has there been any thought in the past about selling?
No, I don't think so. We wouldn't know where to go.
So when the seller denies me, where would I go from there?
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Like
Yeah.
look at the prompt that it says for the homeowner, for
Mhm.
example, you're building rapport, family, occupation, recreation, dreams, for example. How long have you lived here for? Did you raise your family here? Did your kids go around to schools? Think about like what is there to do for fun? I'm knocking on all the doors. If you don't mind sharing with me, what is there to do for fun around this particular neighborhood that you really enjoy? Things like that. Just build a rapport.
Okay.
It's okay if they don't want to sell or
Yeah, you're just
buy.
out to meet people, right?
Mhm.
If they want to sell, that's great, but you're really out just introducing yourself as the neighborhood expert, right?
Yeah, because you're going to get somebody eventually that's going to say, you know what, there was this really nice young lady that came to my door the other day and she was talking to me so much. And I just think that she was the most, amazing person. And you should probably give her a call if you're thinking about selling. That's a referral later on.
Okay.
You're
All
doing
right.
fine. Keep going.
Yep.
Totally understand if you're not ready for that type of move. But I was wondering, is there anything in the area that you like to do, such as good restaurants or nice parks?
I love to walk around Lake Murray.
Mhm.
I walk my dogs over there.
Lake Murray's amazing. It's a great community center.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, but they're grown, they're gone. I just have my dogs now.
That's awesome. Well, if you ever were looking into downsizing, I would be grateful to help you out with that.
I might be interested in moving and getting a little more land, like somewhere up in Ramona or maybe Lakeside.
Wow, Ramona is amazing. So is Lakeside. I think that would be a great idea down the line whenever you are ready. And this neighborhood truly offers a fantastic quality of life. My focus is on nurturing relationships and staying connected with individuals like yourself. So would you be open to me sharing periodic market updates with you?
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's always good to be informed about what's going on, right?
I 100% agree. And it's in no way pressuring you or pushing you to make a decision. It's just there to provide you information.
Okay.
Great. So, would you rather prefer me to contact you through phone number or email, or I could take both?
You can email me.
I'll take that email whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. It's emilyisthebest@gmail.com.
Awesome. And I'll make sure to keep you well informed on updates around your neighborhood and area.
Yeah, I like to know what's going on with the market rates because people always ask me. Everybody knows what's going on, but I don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
I guess they're really high right now.
Yeah, rates are extremely high right now. So it's great to just stay informed on what's going on in your market. I appreciate you sharing the email, and it was truly a pleasure to meet you today. And I look forward to keeping in touch and ensuring that you're always informed about your local real estate market
Thank you. You have a good day.
as well.
There you go. That was good. That was good. I mean,
Mhm.
she hinted at also looking at maybe downsizing, looking at some land. Some questions that you can go off of after that too is, have you thought about what your home might be worth? Um, are you open to looking to see if you do have any hidden equity in your home? or what kind of hidden equity you have in your home to be able to make that dream possible. Really focus on them and their dreams and what they want to accomplish. But otherwise, you stuck to the script, you got through it, you did it amazing. I think when you listen back to it, you'll realize that you did a good job.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, Emily, ready to talk to Brandt?
Yeah.
All right, Brandt, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Hey, looks like you're doing some gardening out here. How you doing today? My name's Emily. I'm with Keller Williams.
Yeah, hey, nice to see you. Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, I've been just planting these turnips out in the front. It's turnip
Your
season.
garden looks amazing. Do you guys eat all the stuff you grow, or?
Yeah. I switched over to like subsistence farming type of lifestyle recently. So I'm kind of all gone paleo. I'm kind of big about yeah, just eating what I plant here in this garden.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I'm just walking around the neighborhood meeting my neighbors today. I live down the street. I'm just wondering if I can help you with any kind of real estate needs. Have you thought about moving lately, or maybe using your equity in your home to get some investment property down the line?
Uh, you know, to be honest, I've had conversations with real estate agents about stuff like that in the past, but
Mhm.
I'm not too familiar with, my older brother kind of handled all my finances, and so I'm not really too familiar with like what you mean when you say things like, equity in my home.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd love to sit down with you and your brother. He lives here too?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it just you two guys, or who else is here? If I
Um,
can ask.
yeah, it's gonna be just us two.
Oh, okay. How long have you guys lived in the house?
About 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's been a long time.
You're a fixture. So if you were
Yeah.
to move, equity aside, if you were to move somewhere, where would that be?
You know, I don't think just because I have so many memories and stuff attached to this house, I don't think that I would really ever want to move.
Okay.
But, I was talking with my neighbor the other day about buying investment properties, and
Mm-hmm.
that seemed like something that might interest me.
It's a good time to do that as well, especially with, are you looking at rentals or commercial? What were you thinking?
Uh, I don't think I'd really gotten that far, but
Okay.
maybe talking to someone like you, yeah, might be able to help me narrow down that search.
Mm-hmm. Well, the rental market's booming right now, as I'm sure you've heard in the news. Rents are up. It's a good time to buy a rental property. However, you have to be smart about it. You don't want to buy something and the mortgage is higher than what you can get the rent for. So I'd love to have an opportunity to sit down with you and your brother and dive a little deeper and see what we can get. As far as something that's within your means. I don't know if we can use the equity in your home to do that right now, because it takes about, if you do like a refinance on your home, to use the equity in your home to finance that, it can take up to a year before you can actually purchase that investment property. But you may be able to do a home equity line of credit to help you fund that, unless you guys already have a down payment of some sort in the bank. So that's something I could sit down with both of you if you're both going to be invested in this investment property. Does that sound like something you'd want to move forward with?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think at the very least, sitting down and getting more information about that would be super helpful.
Absolutely. Is your brother home right now?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Overseas.
He's overseas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When's he come home? Is he in the military?
No, he's just on a business conference. I think he should be back next month.
Okay. How about this? How about I get your email and your phone number, and I can set up an appointment when he's back. And if you could possibly give me his as well. And that way we can get together, sit down, look at your options, whether it's, in the near future or maybe, a little bit down the line, that's fine. But like you said, information is the best way to start.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah, I'd love to get that information to you.
Okay. What's the best email?
Um, coolhouse@yahoo.com.
And that's yours? And
Yeah.
what about his?
Coolhouse36@yahoo.com.
Well, that'll be easy to remember. And what's his name, if I may ask?
John.
John. And you're Brandt, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And you are
Emily.
Emily. Okay.
Yeah, here's my card. Here's a little flyer, a little information about me and what I do as far as taking care of my clients and the different kind of real estate services I offer. My office is right off Fletcher Parkway, so I'm in the neighborhood. I live down the street. I've been here in this home a couple of years, so
Okay. Great. Yeah.
I'll also
thanks
just
for
start sending
applying.
you some updates maybe on some things and market rates and
Yeah.
maybe
Just
some.
shoot me over some information. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Perfect. And if you ever need any help gardening, I'd love to help.
Sweet. Thank you. I will keep that in mind.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Thank you so much for your time. It was so nice meeting you, Brandt, and I look forward to meeting your brother as well. I'll talk to you soon.
It was nice meeting you too. Yeah. Have a good rest of your day.
Have a good day.
I love turnips. Okay. All right, Brant, we're going to switch it up on you a little bit.
Okay.
You are door knocking in a community. You come across a 4-unit property, and there are 3 people standing in front who happen to be partners. That is
It's like a
Debbie.
polyamorous relationship.
No,
It
they're
could
all.
be.
Well, I guess
find
so.
out.
More, well, you know what? Let's find that out, right?
Oh
Yeah,
my
but
God.
they are all invested into this 4-unit property, and they're standing outside having a little business meeting, deciding on what they're going to do. But you're going to discover that. So the partners are Debbie, Emily, and Brooke, and so you're all 3 going to be meeting Brandt and having a discussion about whatever it is that he's going to do.
So we already own it, or we're looking to buy it?
You own it.
Okay.
And maybe you're looking to buy it. I don't know. Maybe you're looking to buy it. Maybe you're looking to maybe you own it. I mean, you guys decide.
Okay.
I walk up to this house and the 3 of them are already outside having a conversation about the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't live there. They just either we'll just call it their owners. Okay. They own the property together. Because a lot of people will partner up to buy an investment property. So
Yeah.
there could be a chance that you might run into this situation in the future, and why not practice this right now?
Yep.
So
Okay.
you ready?
Yeah, sure.
So
Hi.
Debbie, I really think we should fix up the roof. It looks like it's falling apart.
Hey
Oh
guys.
my gosh, that's going to be like another
Hey
$50,000.
guys. Listen, I was just walking down
Hi, can I
the
help
street
you?
doing I was just walking through the neighborhood, doing some door knocking, checking out some of the real estate, and I noticed that you guys have some really impressive landscaping out here. Can I ask, like, who did you get to do that for you?
Oh, I make Emily do it.
No, I hire it out. She doesn't know that. She thinks I do.
Oh,
Okay.
not charging that to the books.
So then do
Yeah.
you guys own this property together?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Okay. And how long have you owned this place?
A couple years.
A couple of years. Okay. My name is Brandt, by the way, just to get introductions out of the way. Brandt Jager, and
Well, all the units are rented, Brandt. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to keep looking.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'm actually I have a place. I'm not a renter. I'm an
Oh.
agent, a local agent actually. And I was just kind of looking around at investment properties,
Like a property
residential
manager?
properties. I myself am not a property manager,
Okay.
but can I ask, was that something that you were interested in getting in contact with? Because I have
Maybe because
great
Debbie, I can't
referrals
manage this
that I can-
place any longer with Debbie. She's driving me nuts. Brooke
I
knows what
know,
she's doing.
ditto.
Debbie's just out of control.
Well, this property is taking up way too much of my social time.
Well, you
I'll
keep
tell you.
bothering the people that live here, Debbie. You can't do that. You got to let them live their lives. They're paying us rent for a reason.
Okay,
You just come
so
over all hours and ask to go in there. It's you can't do that.
yeah.
Well,
Can
maybe
I
we do
ask-
need a property manager.
That's what
Do you
I'm
know of a
saying.
property
If
manager?
Brandt here's a property manager, we could use him.
You know,
three of us could do it on our own. We might have to look into a property manager.
If you wanted to look into a property manager, I know some very reliable, very good property managers.
So
Some
you're not a property
that
manager,
own
Brandt?
investment properties. Well, as I kind of, I don't know if you heard me before. Maybe you guys were embroiled in conversation, but I'm not actually a property manager. No,
Oh,
I'm also not a renter. I'm a local agent, a real estate agent. Again, my name is Brandt. I'm from Keller Williams, and I was just kind of looking around the neighborhood, looking at investment properties, and I noticed that you guys seem to have. Well, the first thing I noticed, as I said earlier, was the landscaping.
mhm. Looks
Is this
good.
your guys's only investment property?
Oh, no. We each have our own home.
Okay,
So this is supposed to get us closer to our retirement.
that's always the goal. It's
Yeah.
always the goal. And with this property, how have you been dealing with it? Have you been like satisfied with your renters? What can you tell me, about the property? I'd love to just learn more about it.
Well, we need to fix it up a little bit because it hasn't, the roof needs changing, it needs repair and the neighbors are complaining. So we need to, put a little more money into it right now.
Yeah. And have you
It's
guys
become a money pit, actually. We've been constantly.
Yeah. So if it's become a bit of a money pit for you guys, have you thought about selling?
Well, I know it's gone up in the past couple of years, but
Yeah.
So have interest rates and this.
Brandt, that's a great question. Not to cut you off, Debbie, sorry. Brandt, I think that's a great idea. I think we should sell because that way I could buy my own investment property and I wouldn't have to be partnered with these two because these two are crazy.
That you have to run
Oh.
by all three of us. You can't just make that decision on your own.
Well, you could buy me out, Brooke. I told you.
So, Brooke, can I ask you, do you share the same sentiments that this place is kind of a money pit? Do you feel like you're, getting, because I know you all went in on it together, but like realistically, looking at the finances, do you feel like you're getting out of it what you believe the value is or what you think you should be?
Right now, it is, you do have to kind of put a little bit of money in here and there, but I believe that it will turn up. Maybe there could be some upsides in a couple of years if we put in the money now.
Yeah.
We will get a lot more money saving money on a landscaper because we can do it ourselves now.
Yeah. And something else I was thinking about is if this place is kind of a money pit and you believe that sinking more money into it is going to, make it better and then the situation is going to improve and you're going to be able to get the most kind of revenue out of it as possible. Have you guys considered potentially the alternative of if you were to sell this place and then invest in other places? As I said, I've been looking at the neighborhood and I've been doing some kind of market analysis on some of the units that are similar to your guys's. And as I believe it was Emily, that was your name, correct?
That's me, yeah.
Yeah. So as I believed you mentioned, the property value has gone up quite a lot.
Yeah.
And, the
Yeah, it's over
market,
2 million now.
yeah, the market's in a really good position for sellers. So, of course, you guys, I don't want to lock you into anything or pressure you guys to do anything, but I'd love to sit down with you guys and kind of have a detailed conversation about some of the positives to selling or suggestions for, just exposing you to the market in your neighborhood so that you get a good grasp of the value of your home and what the values of homes like your home have been selling for in your neighborhood so that you guys can come together and I can help facilitate a discussion about potentially if selling this property would be worth it. And if not, if you were just looking for a repairman to do the roof or somebody new for landscaping or whatever it is you need, the agency that I work with is a very large agency. And the pro of that is that we have a lot of great connections with industry professionals sort of all around the schema of what you would want to do with your real estate. So at the very least, if selling isn't something that you're looking to do, I also believe, Debbie, you mentioned wanting to buy your own investment property. I'd love to help you guys kind of start talking about that process, what neighborhoods you guys are looking at. Would you be willing to have sort of a quick meeting with me?
I'm not against that, but my strategy, I own other properties,
Mhm.
and I really like to keep the properties that I've bought. And at this point, I'd rather just buy out my sisters of their share and keep this property myself.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that that is obviously a continuing discussion between the three of you because you, of course, are the owners. But I would love to be able to provide any information that could help you guys feel comfortable with whatever decision that you end up making so that you know that nobody's getting, screwed over and everybody's getting a win-win situation for everybody. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I think we're just too close, not close, but being family to be doing this together. I think initially it was a good idea, especially for
Mhm.
Brooke being the youngest. But it's just we're all so different, and I think it's time for us to do something. So
Yeah. So
I
here
I
is
I'd listen to you. I don't know about my sisters.
so listen, again, I'm not trying to pressure you guys into making any sort of big
Oh, I'm
commitments.
open to it. If how much you think we could get for this, Brent? Since
So
you're the
that's kind of what that's exactly why I want to have a meeting with you guys. Here is my business card. As I said, I've been doing some analysis of the homes in your neighborhood, comparable properties, but I'd really love to sit down and be able to give you the best, most fully fleshed out version of that so that you
Mhm.
guys can really understand what the market conditions in your neighborhood are like, what potentially you would get for selling. Yeah, that's definitely a discussion I would love to have with you guys. So here is my business card. And
Thank you. Awesome.
yeah, of course. And do you mind, can I get your guys's contact information? Should I get all of yours or
Why don't you just get Debbie's?
okay,
Because she's the one in charge.
okay. Understood.
Okay, so my email is Debbie owns East County at gmail.com.
Okay.
And my phone number is 619-559-3949.
Okay, perfect. And are you guys generally do you have more free time in the mornings, in the afternoons, just so I can start to look at my schedule and see?
Well, Debbie doesn't wake up till like 10 o'clock, so you're gonna
Yeah,
have to.
I'm usually if I start making appointments from one to four, and then
Yeah.
I go out a lot. So
Okay.
Drinks a lot.
So
Is what she
if let's say in around a week's time, I'll shoot you over an email, of course, to hammer out the details of scheduling, but I'd love to sit down for lunch, show you some of the comparable.
Can we go to the Brigantine and have tacos?
Yeah,
yeah,
love to
Taco
have tacos.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
San Diego has really good tacos.
Yeah.
Something I've noticed. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if you guys know a great taco place in the neighborhood, definitely let me know. And I'll bring the property information, you bring the knowledge of culinary things in this neighborhood. And
All
yeah,
right.
come to a meeting.
Brooke's a good cook.
I had Edgewater in my mind, so we can all discuss on where to go.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
Or fight over where to go, either one.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time because clearly, I see that you were in a conversation before I showed up. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of walk around the neighborhood, introduce myself to you guys. And yeah, I'm looking forward to scheduling that meeting.
Thanks,
Okay.
Brett.
Sweet. Thank you. Yeah, have a great rest of your
Okay.
guys' day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, he was nice.
Okay. Brandt, completely different situation, kind of came back.
I know.
So
I know.
don't worry about it. We threw you in the fire in the deep end too. So
No, you were awesome.
yeah, you did really well. And I'll tell you when it changed. It changed when you went to Brooke because Brooke was the one of sound mind.
Yeah.
These two over here, they just wanted to argue with each other.
Say talking.
What's that?
Save me the talking, letting them go at it.
But he did the right thing. Brandt did the right thing by involving you into the conversation and asking you, what do you think? Because I love the fact that, you're getting everyone on board. Okay, this person says it's a good idea to meet. This person says it might be a good idea to sell, and Brooke, what do you think? Is it a good idea too? And you're leading towards an appointment. I like the idea of maybe, well, there was buyouts, and where was I at? Okay, so two buying, okay, appointment. Okay. One of the things that I would have definitely attempted to do at that time is, since you have all three of them there in front of you, pull up your calendar right there and schedule the appointment. Because
Okay.
you have all three of them there in front of you. Now you're gonna have to go back to Debbie. Debbie's gonna have to go to Emily. She's gonna have to go to Brooke, and she's gonna have to try to arrange this with your schedule. And that's just too many schedules to happen. So they all have phones. They all standing right there in front of you. Let's get this thing on the books. Ideally, either later that day or the next day. Um, and from a scheduling and time blocking perspective, just to kind of give you an idea, 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 to 9, scripts and dialogues, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, lead generation, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock as appointments. So if somebody wants to meet with you in the morning times, this is in general, okay? Everybody's schedule is a little bit different, but in general, the common practice is, you do your lead gen in the morning and do your appointments in the afternoon. Now, if you're going to school, or you have to work a job in the mornings or something like that, obviously your schedule is a little bit different, but in general, have a time block schedule that is dedicated specifically for doing appointments. That way, right at the top of your head, hey, you know what, tomorrow's Tuesday. I have meetings in the morning, but I can certainly meet you anytime after 1 o'clock. How does that sound? So look at your calendars and figure that out. Uh, and one thing I want to mention about food, tacos, drinks, coffee shops, things like that. Lead with revenue, not expenses. Now, you did not say this, and nobody really alluded to it. There was a couple of things. So one, I want to make sure that if you go to a taco shop, you're paying for your own food. You're not paying for anyone else. Okay. If they want to buy you a meal, that's fantastic, but you don't turn around and buy them a meal. And the whole point is lead with revenue, not expenses, because if you do that every single day, after a while, it's going to end up being $150, $300 a month, and that's money out of your pocket. Don't do that. So make that clear that you're paying separate. And
See, now for me, my realtor back before I was realtor, she always took me out and she paid for everything, but I referred a lot of business to her.
yeah,
So, yeah, but
Well,
it-
yeah,
it's
if you already have a relationship, that's different. I think
Yeah.
it's with new people, you're not going to say, let me buy you lunch.
right.
yeah. I mean, and I'm not trying to be cheap. I'm just telling you, play red light, green light, lead with revenue, because its expenses can add up. And after a while, it's like, wow, I spent $250 this month on coffee, and, I either got a deal or I didn't get a deal. And the one comment that Emily made, I think it was Emily, I'm not sure who made it. Brooke is a good cook. I think Debbie said that. Brooke is a good cook.
I'm really good.
So I don't know where that conversation was going, but here's what I was afraid of. If Brooke is a great cook, now you're inviting Brandt over dinner for dinner. And here's the deal. I would not go anywhere and have someone cook for me. It's just too personable that way, especially for the first time. But
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
I had an experience, not me personally, but somebody who was in my productivity coaching program a few years ago, who went out to dinner with a person, but this client, who she thought it was a client, invited her to go to dinner, and it ended up being like a candlelight thing, and he ended up saying some really, really weird stuff that I
Mhm.
choose not to share on this
Yeah,
podcast.
we get you.
No, well, the point was, she told me what it was, and I ended up going back to our team leader and broker at the time and saying, you need to have a discussion with that person because they're putting themselves in a very dangerous position where it can get awkward and for everyone involved. And it was funny because our team leader at the time was like, "Oh yeah, she definitely needs a mama talk." So they had that talk, and anyways, point being is when it comes to really personal stuff like that, I would shy away from it. Very, uh, just stay away from it. Stay away from it. Be very professional, and that's more like from professionalism to safety, and just I mean, from those two things primarily. Anything you guys want to add to all that? Otherwise, Brant, I think you did a great job.
Hey, you did a great job. Phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would
Cool.
have run for the hills.
I know, right?
But you're going to run across people or family members or groups here and there who either want to buy something together. Emily had that like a year ago or something like
Oh
that.
God, yeah.
Yeah. You're going to have people who have bought something together and now need to get rid of it, or maybe a probate situation where the or not even a probate. Well, it could be probate or it could be trust where you have family members involved. Now you have this one property with a whole bunch of heads who think they know it all, and now you have to deal with these different individuals with different personalities. So it is managing communication with each person and truly thinking through that. So I think you did a great job at doing that, and it's only going to get better the more we do it. But
Well, and I
anyways,
think it's almost in anything in life now. I've noticed lately, I actually removed something I had put on a lakeside, those things, social type media. But, someone makes a comment and there's so many ugly or negative or just stupid comments. And so it's either from people that are bored or the nasty ones. Some people, they really aren't happy unless they're unhappy. So, and I think
And making
in real
others
estate,
unhappy.
huh?
And making others unhappy. That's just,
Yeah,
yeah,
making
very
others.
vindictive people out there. It's awful.
Yeah, it,
yeah,
it seems to be getting worse. And I think same with real estate, if you call someone, they hang up before you've said hello, then, but it happens. So you do need to kind of, if you're sensitive, you probably need to get unsensitive in that way.
right.
Yeah, when I listed my condo for rent,
Hmm.
I was called a slumlord and all this stuff because people, it was like crazy. I'm like, what?
Well, typically when people have negative things to say about other people, regardless of the severity of it, they usually are reflecting on themselves, and that's how they see themselves on the inside. And
Yeah.
so, unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do about them personally. All we can do is focus on ourselves and remain positive. So,
Right.
Absolutely.
all right, cool. So that's it. And I am turning this baby off. Here we go. Stop
Turn it
recording.
on.
All right, so that's the script. I hope that you found it useful. Just head over to realestatescriptspractice.com for more resources and downloads. This podcast is for the purpose of education only, and it does not make any guarantees. We suggest you seek out the help of your broker, coach, mentor, CPA, or attorney. Brought to you by Darren Tunstall, California DRE number 0185345.